Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So in this video, we're going to do an install. We've got a set of Tusk Pannier racks and a pair of Tusk medium aluminum panniers. So I know right out of the gate there's a debate whether to go hard versus soft on your luggage. And in my opinion, it really depends on what you're going to be doing with the bike. The KLR for us, it's an adventure bike. We're going to ride a lot of backcountry roads, gravel roads. We're not going to get into any type single track stuff like that, any hardcore off-roading. This is primarily for my wife and I to enjoy. We'll take it moto camping, things like that. So with the Tusk system, you have a quick detach where you can pull off the hard bags, take them into a hotel with you, whatever. You also have the option to get additional plates. You can put some soft luggage on if you want. I know Nelson Rigg, who helps us out and gives us a very good discount code for you guys, have some hurricane bags with the new, you can buy the Tusk quick adapter and put those bags on, but you have a lot of versatility with any kind of pannier rack as far as luggage are concerned. So we're going to get these installed. Stick around, let's jump into it. All right, let's take a peek at these pannier racks that we got for the KLR. Get out the trusty knife. Shop dog. Seriously, this video is not about you. It's not about you. So let's take a look at our packaging there. Pretty standard issue. These are Shop Dog's favorite. Let's see how she acts when we give her these. There you go, Shop Dog. Yep, that's what she does. So I'm going to be cleaning up that mess here later. Oh my God.
She doesn't eat any of the plastic. Oh my goodness.
There's like plenty of Shop Dog stuff there, but we won't get all that out because she's probably going to eat it. So looks like they're inside this box here. So let me jump those out real quick. All right, box number 2, the box inside of a box. It's kind of like Christmas in here. Get this opened up. Garage Dog's over there doing her thing, making a big mess. Sure, she's gonna clean it up. Oh my gosh, it's boxes inside of boxes. It's gonna take a while, guys. Let me just get this stuff out. I'll lay it out and we'll take a look at it. Okay, so we broke out the contents of the package and there was a lot more in there than I thought. But just to kind of summarize, I broke it out into left and right. You're gonna have, this is your mounting plate for your quick detach. So if you're going to use hard panniers, that's kind of a universal plate. So we got a left and a right. We've got the left and right pannier racks themselves, all the hardware, and then the rear bumper to kind of tie everything together. So we'll take a look at the instructions. Looks like there's a lot of bolts here, so it might get a little complicated. This isn't a detailed install view, just kind of a, we're going to install these on the bike. We've also got some pannier, hard panniers we're going to put on. Just to kind of show build update, build progress of the bike. So we're going to look at the instructions and get going. So if you guys are running the 2023 KLR, there is one difference here in installing these pannier racks. On the 23's got this square brake reservoir in the back, and it's going to cause an interference with the assembly. And in the kit, you're going to get an addendum. It's going to describe this in detail, but basically what we're going to do is take this brake reservoir, move it to the other side of the bracket. So we're going to have to take out the factory bolt here, and I believe it's a 5mm Allen key. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this, and then we've got the hardware to move it to the other side of the bracket. So I'm going to jump on that real quick. All right, so we're going to remove the bolt holding the reservoir on, just like this. And then we are going to essentially just move this to the other side of the bracket, and they're going to provide the hardware. So we're going to have basically a button head bolt that's going to go on here. So we're going to thread that in, and you know, your KLR, everyone always questions what it stands for, and I'm going to say it stands for keep Loctite ready. So even though this is going to have like a My Loctite's a little dried up here. It's gonna have like a little nylon lock nut that's going to go on the back side, but you know, I'm gonna go ahead and put some Loctite on this bolt. So we're putting the bolt in without any washers or anything on this side, and all we're doing is we're going to create some clearance. Make sure that Loctite gets in there good. Get some clearance for the hardware it's going to go on the other side. So I'm going to snug that up, and then we're going to put a flat washer, then the brake reservoir bracket, another flat washer, and then the nylon lock nut will go on last. So we'll go ahead and get this torqued down, get this kind of positioned, and then we should be good to start moving on just the basic pannier rack installation. All right, we're gonna go ahead and start on the same side we was working on. We need to remove these factory bolts here for the rack. Because we're not gonna be reusing this hardware. We're gonna use the hardware provided by Tusk for the pannier rack. And we'll start on one side at a time. We're just gonna put everything in loose for now. And I'm looking at these bolts, they don't have any Loctite on it, but it is a KLR, so we're gonna put a dab of Loctite on when we put these sides on. All right, let's get us a little gloop Loctite on both these. I always put way too much, but you know how it is. So we're gonna go ahead and grab the pannier rack, and you can tell which side is which because this pull cable always goes to the rear. And then we're also going to take a flat washer that was supplied for us in the kit. Hopefully that's just going to line up perfect. Grab the threads. We'll get them in hand tight to get started. And then all I'm going to do now is, these are 13 millimeter by the way, just kind of get them hand tight. And then this bottom bracket here, there's a bolt that comes with it, so I want to leave these loose for the time being. I'm going to get this bottom bolt in, and then we'll just kind of hand tight everything. All right, so near our passenger peg, this is where that button head bolt's going to go through, and then we're going to catch the bracket here on the back side. Looks like we might have to jimmy things around a little bit. That's why we left it loose. There we go. A little snug of a fit, I'm not gonna lie, but there it is. And then here's our lock nut that's gonna go on the back side, and it's still a tight fit back here, even with that brake reservoir moved out of the way. But it's all doable once we get it kind of started there. The bolt was on a little bit of a bind, but seems to have worked itself out of it. And then that's a 15 millimeter on the back side. So I'm just gonna get it not tight, just so things will still kind of wiggle around, just like that. And then we're gonna move back up top here. Now we're gonna jump to the bumper. And basically that's just gonna give us additional rigidity from the racks. Like I said, leave everything loose at this point. So all we're gonna do is hand tight the hardware here. And I'm gonna kind of let that rest right there for a second. I've actually got all the hardware in my hand, and then trying to fumble through it. Probably be a lot easier just to do one at a time here. So that's what we'll end up doing. I'll get one side kind of hand started here. Well, that's kind of tricky. So it looks like you've barely got enough room to get the nut on the back side with this bracket. So that's fun. Looks like it's the same way on both sides. So it looks like we're gonna have to fight that a little bit. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and grab I want to show you guys what's going on here. So let me pick you up. If you look right here on this tab, you really don't have enough room to thread that nut by hand. So it's going to have to be basically going to have to hold it there and then thread the bolt in that way. So let me get that started and then we'll move on. So a little bit of struggle there getting all those on with one person. I ended up putting a clamp down the other side. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and button down all these bolts on the side. Make sure we have the pannier racks adjusted, you know, this way so they're dead even across. And then once we get that buttoned down, the next thing we'll do is go ahead and tighten these down. We'll center up this bar, you know, to make sure we have the same amount of slot on both sides. So pretty simple. I'm going to get these tightened down and then we'll take a look at the boxes we got from these. All right, pretty straightforward. So we got these pannier racks bolted on. They're solid. Not gonna lie, pretty impressed with the quality and, you know, for the price point. This is probably one of the more economical solutions from Tusk to get into a set of side panniers. And I'll show you guys the ones I decided on. We'll look at those now. But what's really cool about these panniers is it comes with this quick detach bracket. And you can see the side racks are going to basically be quick detach. There's some security features. I'm not sure about, you know, if it's going to rattle around or not. If that's the case, then we'll figure out, you know, something to do. But the concept's really cool. Quality's good. Easy bolt on. Just, you know, little details like, you know, those nuts on the back side of those brackets. Not a big deal. So very happy with how those turned out. Now let's look at the panniers. Okay, so what I've decided to go with is these are the Tusk medium hard panniers. Just some dust and stuff on here. You can see it's got a rubber seal on top. Supposedly these are pretty, you know, I wouldn't say waterproof, but like it's not going to kill you if you get stuck in the rain. There's some assembly on here. We'll take care of that. I'm not going to bore you guys with the assembly of these. I will get those put on and then I'll show you what they look like on the bike. Tusk logo here. I will probably remove this. I removed all the Tusk labeling off the racks. Not saying I don't like Tusk products. Just not going to advertise for them, I guess. But anyways, yeah, let's get these assembled. We'll get one side on. So just a quick note, you will have to drill several holes and use hardware. And I'll show you guys why that is, because we will end up having to mount this bracket on the back of the pannier itself. So it's not pre-drilled. It allows you some additional flexibility, you know, to mount them wherever you want, how high you want them, how low you want them. My main concern is I want to keep these back away from the passenger foot peg a little bit. So my wife has plenty of room to get her feet in there. And then also just keeping the panniers away from our legs as much as possible. The other cool thing is, you know, when we don't want to use the hard panniers, we can buy another plate. There's several companies that make different plates that'll mount pretty much to any pannier. Tusk also has their own plate, so you can mount your soft bags to it and have those quick detach as well. So I'm going to get working on those and then I'll bring you guys back once they're on the bike. So let's take a look at the panniers. I got them all installed here. Overall, very happy with the way they turned out. A couple things to note. The security feature that comes with these is it's basically a hand. It's a knob here that's threaded into a bracket that's welded on the pannier. I would suggest going through the extra effort to get that installed, because what it does is it makes these panniers where they don't shake around or vibrate. Some of these you're going to have to shim a little bit. I end up putting a flat washer on the back of the pannier right there. A couple things I'm not real cool about. These bolt heads that kind of stick through, I suppose you could run them the opposite direction. And what I might do actually is get some button head bolts, run them the opposite direction, just, you know, to have a better clean point there. And maybe I misread the directions, who knows, but not a big deal. The other cool thing about these, you get like four keys for all the locks. This lock is the same. There's four on each, two on each side of the pannier, and all the keys worked. I double checked them, so you've got plenty of spare keys there. There is also handles available that go on these tie down points here on top of the lid. What I'm going to do is probably use like maybe some 10-liter bags on top. So pretty cool. Very happy with them. The quick detach, everything works. You may have to do some, the adjustment really is needed to get this pin to go in and out easily, but not a huge deal, not a huge deal. I did remove all the Tusk stickers. You know, there was Tusk stickers everywhere on the bars, on the side panniers, on the, you know, all this tubing. There was a Tusk logo everywhere. Thought it was just a little over the top, but you know, there's a Tusk logo there on the latches, so it is what it is. Very happy with these, and I'll probably end up getting a set of Nelson Rig Hurricane bags with the quick plates from Tusk, so I can swap these out to soft bags if I'm, you know, going to do off-road. You know, in my opinion, hard panniers aren't ideal for off-road. There are some safety concerns, get your leg caught under there, but the KLR is pretty much just a dirt road queen. We'll do a lot of, you know, chip and seal asphalt riding, but this is kind of the bike me and the wife we're going to ride. So I just want to be able to store stuff. Haven't decided yet what we're going to do for a top case, but we definitely want to get one so she has a backrest and we have more storage there as well. So there they are. All right, guys, that's going to wrap up this one. If you have any questions on the Tusk Pannier system, hit me up on Facebook or Instagram at Squatch Reloaded. We're at both of those. We check those pretty frequently. If you would, please consider subscribing to the channel if you're into this kind of content. We've got lots of videos coming up very shortly. The weather's getting very good here in Central Ohio in February of all times of the year. But also, check the video description. There's all kinds of affiliate links there. If you're purchasing gear, consider using those links. You're going to get a discount. It also helps the channel out. It helps keep us motivated, and it helps us purchase gear, camera equipment, things like that, so we can continue to bring content to you. But anyways, until next time, guys, God bless.